Hello, welcome back to youtube.com/snapbolt and Twitch TV/snapboltgames. My name's Max, and got another Pauper League for you here. This is a sweet one. This is another basically take on classic Tron, and I actually decided to play this today because somebody in the comments said oh, what changes would you make moving forward with the deck? I just recently recorded with it, and I responded and I was like, you know what? I would play some cast down, and that's the main reason why I'm playing this. It's because Tron has always looked for an unconditional removal spell that they can play, and before I had a couple Firebolts. You've played Flame Slash in the past. You've played Chainer's Edict. Some people have played quadruple Journey to Nowhere in this slot, but nothing ever really was perfect. Journey to Nowhere suffered from artifact destruction, but I think cast down is really good. It's it's an instant, which helps. You can break up Flickertron combos and stuff. And destroy target non-legendary creature in Pauper is literally just destroy target creature for 1 black, 1 colorless. So even against mono black, where Doomblade didn't work, this works. This is just really, really nice. Just downshifted to Pauper. And other than that, we're just playing. It looks like we just got paired. Looks like other than that, just playing kind of just a classic Tron build. Mole Drifters, the new Bonder's Ornament as well, I think is really strong. And what I'm doing, which most people aren't doing, is playing quadruple Rolling Thunder. I just really, really like this card. I think if you resolve it, you usually win the game. Because even if you just resolve it and you don't kill them with it, let's say you just kill 3 of their creatures, that's usually enough to just buy you enough time to find another one. So it seems pretty sweet. I'm also playing 3 Condescend. I've just been continuously impressed with this card. I had 2 for the longest time. Trying to go up to 3. Can be a little awkward because it's hard to cast with the mana, but I think it's pretty strong. I actually brewed this deck back when I was in college, and I named it Rugtron X because I was just playing all the good X spells. So we'll stick with that name even if it's not quite accurate. It might be a little hard to assemble Tron. We don't have Expedition Map anymore, but we can just cast turn 1 something, turn 2 Prism, turn 3 Bonder's Ornament, turn 3 Seagate maybe, and just go from there. Take it a little bit slower, and we can grind with just Seagate, Mole Drifter, Fengraf. And let me go over the sideboard real quick before we get into this. 2 Circle Pro Green, 2 Circle Pro Red, a Serene Heart for Boggles, 2 Suffocating Fumes. This is a relatively new one as well. This is a nice one. The ability to cycle and being an instant is really nice. I think that makes it better than Electricity because it can cycle. 2 mana versus 3 mana for this effect doesn't matter too much because a lot of times you want to wait on Electricity anyway. Couple Ancient Grudge. The card's insane, especially against Affinity. 3 Pyroblast effects. Pulse and Musara. This card's just nice value, and you can bring back your Tron lands if they're killing them. And 2 Weather the Storms against Burn. But that's the deck. Let's just go right into it. We're against Golden Lyn in round 1, and it looks like we have a mulligan. We have no Tron lands, we have 1 land, and nothing good to do. So it's a pretty easy mull. Alright, this is a keep. Can probably just put back one of these Bonder's Ornaments. Don't necessarily need 2. And everything else in my hand looks good. And let's see what we're up against. Let's see what Golden Lyn brought to this Pauper League. Plains, interesting. What's Plains mean? Plains, okay. This should be an okay matchup for us just because we have 4 cast down. I know they can protect their creatures, but still having just 4 removal spells that kill their guys no matter what is not the worst place to be. If we don't find another land or do anything though, we're just gonna dive pretty quick to what they're doing. So if you don't know, this deck just plays some 1-drops. A lot of them are heroic creatures like this. And then they just play a bunch of auras and just suit up their guys. Make one huge threat basically. And Chromatic Star right on time. Mine off the top. Any land. Fengraf. Okay, that's a land. That'll at least allow me to go Bonder's Ornament to start next turn if I want, or I can just leave up Condescend. Can also evoke Muldrifter, but I don't think there's a huge rush on that. I would like to Condescend something. So we'll see what the opponent does. Pretty stoked to be playing this deck. So playing Step means most likely they don't have any more lands, which is kind of good and kind of bad because it slows them down, but it means they probably have 6 spells in hand or another Step. So we'll see. There's a Sentinel's Eyes, hit for 2? Sure. Drawing Cast Down would also be another great draw. Okay, they forgot to attack. And there's Cast Down. I mean, I think I just kill this right now. I think I'm going to play Star first to draw a card. I don't think there's any reason to save Star. This deck plays a lot of protection spells, so it's better to kill their guys when they're tapped out. In addition, see how I'm doing this now? I'm playing Star and then cracking it before playing this land, because if I draw a Tron land off the top, it can be better to play that out first before playing like a worse land like Fengraf. This just buys us so much time, because even if they just tap out for another creature next turn, that's not that bad for us. That just buys us like plenty of time, because now we can like untap with Condescend up, or we can Muldrift, or we can even just play out a Bonder's Ornament. There's a lot we can do now. And we're still at 20. We just drew the Rolling Thunder, which is nice for when we eventually find Tron. Okay. So this comes back, right? Yeah. So it can just Embalm for a 1/1. Another land's actually not bad. So I have two choices. Play Bonder's Ornament or just leave up Condescend. I guess I have another choice of Evoke Muldrifter, but I think that's the worst of the three. I feel like the opponent has to play a spell next turn, because if they just hit for 2 and pass back to me, that's not that bad for me, because I'm at least hitting a land drop here. I think I'm going to name Red as well. So I think if I just Condescend something this turn, I get to Scry, and then that'll leave me in a good position. Maybe I can Scry into a Mine. If not, I can maybe draw a land and just play a Muldrifter. I can also just play a Bonder's Ornament plus do something else potentially. Excuse me. If they hit a land, Rolling Thunder should be pretty reasonable as well. Once we assemble Tron. Again, we don't necessarily need to assemble Tron super fast with this build. All right, they didn't forget to attack this time, so we're going to 18, and they pass. Okay, I mean, again, that's fine. And there's mine. Perfect. That is perfect. So now I can just go Mine, cast Muldrifter, still leave out Condescend. Now I could also play Bonder's Ornament, but then I only have Condescend for 1 up. Is that worth it? I'm not really scared of anything they're doing, and this does give me more and more mana. I think I'll just wait. I'd rather have Condescend for 3 up. If they just play like an Ethereal Armor or something, I want to be able to Condescend it. Don't want to let things get out of hand in this game, especially with double Rolling Thunder in hand. Like, just gonna let this resolve. There's a good chance I'll just be able to like Rolling Thunder all their guys, or cast a big Rolling Thunder, untap, cast another one. I mean, they do play a lot of protection spells, but if I just Rolling Thunder, like targeting their entire board, they can most likely only save one thing. And I could even get to... Oh yeah, there's Ethereal Armor. Okay. So they would have been able to pay for this Condescend if I had played something. So let's just Condescend for 3. I don't need to leave up any more mana. And I get to Scry. More mana is good at this point, so more Tron lands is a fine draw. Ancient Stirrings, Chromatic Sphere. I mean, I can keep Stirrings, because I can Stirrings into a land, but maybe I just don't need to do that. I can just cast these things. I suppose I'll just bottom both of these. I mean, again, Stirrings isn't bad. I just don't know if I need to spend a mana on that. I'd rather draw a random card, I think. Another Ethereal Armor. Okay, well this is good because now I can just tap out for Rolling Thunder. And I have 9 mana right now, so I can kill their board. Okay, so they can kill my Mole Drifter, but this is fine. This should be game. So I have to block, right, because this provoked? I think I have to. Put the trigger onto the stack targeting Mole Drifter. You may have. Maybe they chose no, but whatever. Alright, let's see. I have 7, 8, 9 mana. And they have 5, 6. But if I play a Bonder's Ornament, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So that's not enough. So I have to just cast Rolling Thunder here. I guess they could have Mutagenic Growth, but I'm not playing around that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks good. Pass. And then I can start playing these Bonder's Ornaments out and stuff. This card is so sick. I love the art on it too. Got him. Drawing the cast down was nice as well. They can just embalm Sacred Cat, sure. Can also cast the second Rolling Thunder basically whenever I want, but I don't think I'm in a rush to. Can also crack Fengraf at some point, get back Mole Drifter, recast it. They have 3 cards in hand, and our hand's good. Plus, we just have so much mana. Can draw into more cast downs. Okay. I think I'll wait on this Rolling Thunder still. I'm not really under any pressure yet. Alright, they have 1 card, so I can Wrath their board again. Cast down. I think I'd rather just play out my stuff and cast down. So we'll start with Ornament. Then I think I'd just play another Ornament. Then I'll play Prism. Could have played Prism first, just to see what I draw, in case I want to cast it, but I think I just want to play all these out regardless. Don't know if there was something that I would draw that I'd want to cast over it. And then let's just go black. I'm 1 mana short of activating Bonder's Ornament as well, but I think I'd rather just do this now. Oh, this has Totem Armor. Kind of forgot. But that's okay. I still think this is fine. It means I just get to kill it next turn with my Rolling Thunder. Suppose they could have a protection spell here, but if I Rolling Thunder there, then they just get to protect anyway. Watch me like lose this game somehow. I mean, they can. I don't know if they play Apostle's Blessing, or I think there's something that says like target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice, rebound. So I think that's what they play. But as long as I target multiple things with Thunder, this at least won't get countered because it'll still have other lethal targets. Opponent goes to 25. Alright, I'll just start with Sphere. I think I'm going to plan on just casting Rolling Thunder this turn. Yeah, they might have a protection spell, but is what it is. Ooh, cast down. Maybe I just try to cast down this right now. No, I can just wait, I think. So I think I'll just cast a big Rolling Thunder now. So that's 11 mana. So I go 3, 4, deal you 7. Oh wait, oh no, that's 11 mana. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. And then I still have cast down up. I'm expecting the protection spell. Yeah, there's God's Willing. Okay. Again, my Rolling Thunder will still resolve. Could have even cast this for less and tried to just leave up Bonder's Ornament, but at least I get to deal them some damage. Now I think I'm just going to go, let's see, they put one card on bottom. I'll still just go to upkeep and then cast down this. I shouldn't have done that because they can have the +2/+2 spell, but what is that Karametra's Blessing they could have here in order to save their guy, and then I would take 2 additional damage. So let's hope they don't have that. They don't. Okay. I didn't get punished for not playing cast down on my own turn. Seek Other Way is good, but I don't know if it's enough. They're just casting a Sentinel's Eyes here. This card's good. Just keeps going back. Might look like we're out of gas, but we have a Mole Drifter we can get back, and we can even just start activating Bonder's Ornaments as well. So we can draw a ton of cards here. I think I'm going to get Mole Drifter back to start. Costs a lot of mana, but it gets me a Mole Drifter in play. Condescend is nice as well. Eventually we can find Crusher. Let's just go... I guess tap like this is best. Cast. Still have a 3/3 Vigilance that can be like a 4/4 lifelink or bigger. So, I mean, I guess I'm not out of this yet, but... There's another Fengraf and another Bonder's Ornament. I don't want to play Ornament though, because I'd rather leave up Condescend for more and then just draw with Bonder's Ornament. Also, the opponent has only drawn 3 lands, so they're bound to draw more lands at some point. And we know they don't have another protection spell, at least right now. There's a land, okay. Do they have another pump spell? Oh, Journey to Nowhere. Do I just counter that? Kind of... I guess I like countering it. I still get to scry. And I'll just take damage off this. Then I can start attacking with Mole Drifter. Just counter unless they pay 4, sure. I'm not going to chump. I mean, I suppose I could. And then just draw a tower, and then I can just get back Mole Drifter and cast it again. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd just bottom this, try to draw into Crusher or more Rolling Thunders. Don't necessarily need more mana at this point. Alright, I'll take. They're at 0 cards now. There's another land. Alright, I'll start by drawing a card. Another Condescend is good. Play Bonder's Ornament. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't quite activate both, but I think I actually might chump this turn. So I'll just pass. Games with this deck can actually take a long time. You definitely have to grind through sometimes. We have like 3 Mulldrifters left. We have Seagate Oracles. We have Crushers. We have more Rolling Thunder. So we have a ton of gas to draw into, though. I could just not block, but if I block, I just get the Fengraph also. So blocking is good as well. They're debating if they even like want this to go to the graveyard. They don't. Wow. I mean, they should have attacked because I still get to just draw with Bonder's Ornament here. So it's not like I'm giving up anything. They're not really giving up anything. I still get to like gain card advantage. There's Rolling Thunder. Okay. That seems good. I also want to leave up a big Condescend. At least, I guess at least I want to be able to Condescend for 3, 4, 5. So I need 6 mana for that. So that should be enough. That's 9, 10, 11. Condescend here for 3, and then here for 7, and then leave up a Condescend for 5. Oh, did I tap this wrong? I could have done 1 more damage. Whoops. Oh, I did 3 and 7. Math can be hard. Shouldn't matter though. Now I just also want to play against the clock and just kind of play fast. I would just Condescend anything they do here. I also should have left up a Bonder's Ornament draw there, so that was a pretty sloppy for sure. I think I was just playing a little fast, a little checked out. Guess I'll take Star. Just draw. There's Tower. Just draw a card now. There's Stirrings. Nothing wrong with that. There's Crusher. I think I just play out Crusher just to end it faster. I don't think there's anything that deck can do that's like that scary. Oops. Just miscalculating all over the place here. And attack for 2. I mean, maybe it was better to leave up Condescend, but again, I think I'd rather just end the game. This deck is sweet. What's up, man? You're out of here? Just going to attack. Cast 3 Rolling Thunders this game. That's where you want to be. Suppose I'll just keep going. Could just pass and just, again, play faster, but I'll try to draw the last Rolling Thunder, I suppose. And it's just fun to just rip through your deck when you get to these positions. Alright, I'm just going to pass now. They're still fighting. They just want me to like time out or something. I am a little bit laggy, so That makes it more difficult. Condescends were nice. Also, just ripping that mine when we did was key. Okay. Not sure we really have much. Maybe I should have more Serene Hearts for this matchup as well. Didn't really think about that. I kind of thought about this as like a Boggles only card. There's also Suffocating Fumes. I mean, they have a lot of 1 toughness guys. They even have the enchantment that makes a 1/1. They have that Convoke guy we saw. I think I want Suffocating Fumes. It's a little awkward because they can easily just make big creatures, but I think having these in my deck seems really good to me. 1 ornament can come out, a little bit slow. Seagate does seem good. Everything else seems good though, that's the only problem. I guess Seagate seems like it's kind of just like a chump blocker. And maybe I'd rather just have like more interaction than more draw. Could also take out like Fengraf. Fengraf doesn't really do anything. Don't want to go too low on lands, but most of the time, I mean, I knew we activated Fengraf once there, but they're not really going to be killing our guys. So I think it's better just to take out a Fengraf. And then our deck is basically just like fixing, draw spells, interaction. This is like more of like a tap out version of Tron. But I think bringing in Suffocating Fumes is definitely right. And we may just be able to blow them out with Serene Heart. This card is sweet against Boggles. It seems pretty good in this matchup too. Like if they just load up like a double Ethereal Armor or something, we just like kill both, block, kill your guy. That's insane. I goose to that deck once in a while, but I feel like it's not very good. Alright, this looks good. A little bit awkward, but we have 2 Tron lands, we have 4 lands. We can name green in Ancient Stirrings off this isle if we want. They mulligan to 6. We can also just leave up turn 2 Condescend, depending on what they do. But I'll probably lead Thriving Isle, and they mulligan to 5. Yeah, that just happens with that deck a lot. I mean, Tron's going to mulligan a lot as well, but that deck, you're not able to keep, like, if your hand is like 4 lands, 2 pump spells, and an aura, it's like, you can't keep that. Or like 2 auras and a protection spell, or if your hand is like 5 lands, it's just not going to be good. You just need the right amount of each. Now that when you mulligan to 5, it's hard to have enough resources to be able to like create essentially like a Baneslayer Angel, like a huge threat. So that's why that deck can lose to itself. But it's like similar to Boggles in that way. Ooh. Now I'm just going to name black because I can leave up Cast Down and Condescend. So I'm just going to Thriving Isle name black. This deck possibly just should be more copies of Thriving Isle as well. This seems really good in the deck because we have a lot of blue spells like Seagate, Condescend, Muldrifter that we want to have blue mana for her. And then we also just have Ancient Stirrings, Cast Down. Okay, I can't cast that right now. Cast Down and a bunch of sideboard cards that Thriving Isle help us cast, but our mana should be pretty good because we have the 8 Chromatics, we have 4 Pathetic Prism, and 4 Bonder's Ornament. So we have a lot of mana sources. Okay, and looks like they don't have any more lands because they mulligan to 5. So I think I'll just kill this now, and that leaves me pretty safe. Then I can just tap out for Seagate or leave up Condescend. Actually, this is another interesting line, would be to just leave up Condescend, not do anything, counter something, and then if they don't play anything, I just get to end of turn cast down this. That's bad against if they just leave up a protection spell though, so I'm not going to take that line actually. But that is an interesting line. Another small thing to note, doesn't really matter against mono white as much, but when you have multiple of the same Tron land, you generally want to lead that one first, because if they killed this right now, I have backups. The problem with doing this in some matchups is if you lead like tower and then play power plant, and then next turn they play a land destruction spell, they're likely to target the second one you play. So it's just something to keep in mind. But generally, it is safer to play the one you have multiples first. I mean, again, I don't think it's that relevant here, but it's just something good to consider. Alright, well, Seagate should be decent here, just as like a blocker. They have one card in hand. I think I'd rather do that than play Condescend. Yeah, I'm just going to play Power Plant, Seagate, keep the cards flowing, then I can leave up Condescend after that. Mine? Fengraf. I think I'll just take Sphere. I don't need Fengraf. Pass. Sphere is good because it actually unlocks this Stirrings. Another land. That's actually good for us. Okay, so they have 0 cards in hand, but they do have a 3/3 first strike. I feel like I can deal with that eventually. Oh, geez, I can blow them out with Serene Heart. So, I mean, this is exactly what I talked about. They're going to attack. I'm going to Serene Heart. I'm going to block. I'm going to get a 2-for-1. So I just go tower, play Sphere, and then pass, because I need the green mana for Serene Heart from this Sphere. They might even play like an Ethereal Armor if they draw it or something, which would just be absolutely massive. I feel like this should be game, because they can't even draw like a protection spell or anything for this Serene Heart. It's just going to resolve. I mean, they're going to attack with their warrior here, so. Maybe we should have 2 copies of this in the board. It is still pretty narrow. I mean, it's good against this deck and good against Boggles, but. Alright, so what you should do here is you should block and then cast Serene Heart. Because we don't really care if this dies if they have some way to stop this Serene Heart. And if I cast Serene Heart first, they might be able to do something to save their guy and not let me block. But if you block first, then it's already blocking. So, okay, and there's mine too. So that's pretty insane. Still don't have green mana for the Stirrings now, but you can just Condescend whatever and find what we need. Sweet. I'll just play mine and pass. Guess I shouldn't F6, but I don't think there's anything they can do at end step that I'm going to Condescend. I think I'll just counter this. I just want to cast this Condescend. Just Condescend this for 3, I guess. I guess I'll just do it for 5, whatever. Pathetic Prism or Bonder's Ornament are like really good draws for us. I actually have to bottom both of these. I mean, I'm just really far off of casting this Rolling Thunder right now. I haven't found any Bonder's Ornaments or Pathetic Prisms yet. And we named black off this isle for the cast down, so just bottom and keep playing out mana, and then we'll draw into stuff eventually. Alright, well there's something eventually. Just play Crusher and pass, and then I still have Condescend for 5 up. These have been great. I mean, it's really just so much better than 1 blue X counter target spell unless this controller pays X. The Scry 2 is really, really good in this deck, as we just saw. I just went past basically 2 uncastable cards and then drew into a Crusher. So this was like, not exactly, but it was similar to like a counter target spell, draw 2. I mean, wasn't really like that, but functionally close. They're just dead to this, I think. They could have Journey to Nowhere, but we can just counter it. So sweet. I'll just attack just with Crusher. This deck used to have a problem because it was a big difference when you draw Pathetic Prism or you don't, as funny as that is to say. But now with Bonder's Ornament, the situation we're in now where we're like stuck not able to cast a card doesn't happen that often. Oh, there's Journey to Nowhere. So opponent is trying. Just do it for a little bit more just in case. But yeah, this situation where you're like stuck with a colored card in hand is going to happen less because not only do you have the 8 chromatics, I could just top both of these, but I'll just top the prism. You have 8 chromatics, then you also have 8 like Pathetic Prisms in Pathetic Prism and Bonder's Ornament. They're just super dead now. There's Star or Sphere. Just gonna cast my cards for fun here. If opponent lets us go off, we're not gonna deprive them of that. And we might get to cast Rolling Thunder here, and we do for the win. And we get to have them have no board left after this turn, which is sweet. Yeah, this deck is dope. I'm really liking it, actually. And again, I don't think that deck is like that good, but whoops, can I undo that? Got scared for a second. Okay, let's do this for 10. And then I get to annihilate 2. Wrath their board. And might as well get the Seagate Oracle Beats in, because why not? Alright, got the first one with Tron X. And Cast Down was very good, Condescend was very good, Rolling Thunder was obviously very good. Love this card. Shouldn't be the red shouldn't be too hard to cast with all of our mana sources. Bonder's Ornament's also really nice. I mean, yeah, I'm liking this list. I wonder if this mana base could be a little bit better. Like, Thriving Isle does seem pretty good. Could have more of that. Could have less Fengraph, but for playing in something like Mono Black Control, having like a bunch of Fengraphs is going to be nice to draw into. Get back our Mole Drifters or these or these. It's like every one of those is going to be a good threat, and like no matter what we're getting back, it's going to be good. Maybe you want something like Relic of Progenitus on the side. There's also cards like Gorilla Shaman, could have more Serene Hearts, could switch up the Circle of Protections and or not have them, could have Hydroblast, could have more Pyroblasts. So there's a lot of options, although I think Cast Down is going to be good. I mean, I feel like we might be a dog against Flickertron, just because they do have a lot of counterspells, but I think I might not even side out Cast Down in that matchup, because if they just try to go like Mole Drifter, Ephemerate, and I have the Cast Down to stop that combo, I think that's going to be pretty huge. It's obviously not great, but being able to like break up their Ephemerates with the Cast Down just seems so much better than playing something like Firebolt or Flame Slash. I mean, I played Lightning Bolt in the past in this deck, but there is some 4 toughness creatures that really matter, and Cast Down just being able to kill like Stonehorn Dignitary, kill Ulamog's Crusher, kill 5/5s, kill Gurmag Angler seems very relevant. So we'll see how we end up doing this league, but regardless of the result, I think this deck is actually pretty good. Should maybe just keep playing it, just keep working on it. Also, could go down to 2 Rolling Thunder. I mean, when I played this deck a lot in college, I played a lot of the 4 Rolling Thunder version. Admittedly, this was a while ago, but then at times I was like, okay, I don't need 4 Rolling Thunder, and I cut the number down to 2, because just having more draw spells as well can it can get you to the Rolling Thunders. But as we saw in game 1, we were against mono white. I just cast 3 Rolling Thunders, and it was very good. It was just like Wrath, Wrath, Wrath. And then being a split card of Wrath and Fireball win the game is huge. Okay, we're in the match, and we not draw Tron. We'll keep. Opponent on the mulligan, we're against Luka Jack. And this looks dope. So they mold to 6, Thriving Isle, and they name green. So this looks like Tron. See how good these cast downs are. Play mine and pass. There's Tower and Prism. Everything is looking normal to start. Just not going to do anything here. Just cast Muldrifter next turn. We have Nat Tron, so that's pretty nice. Looks like this Muldrifter is going to resolve. Okay, they have Bonder's Ornament. We have those in our deck as well. There's Tron. And let's go blue, draw. I just want to resolve Muldrifter here. I need to draw more cards, plus getting Muldrifter down is huge. I need colored sources. And we miss. Wow. Okay, well I have to discard a card. Do I discard a cast down, or do I discard like Ancient Stirrings or a land? Don't know if I'm going to need all these cast downs, and Ancient Stirrings is just like another random card. Like it could be a Bonder's Ornament or a Prism. Don't know if I'm going to need all these Tron lands. I'll just discard one. That's kind of tough though. Again, if we had drawn Prism there, that would have been nice, because I could have played out Prism and resolved it. But now we're like mana screwed on colors. Okay, so they just cast a turn 4 hard cast Muldrifter. Ah, man, brutal. Alright, just gonna pass. Really sucks just to have. We have a lot of colored sources in the deck. We have what? 18, 20 colored sources. And we've drawn 1. It happens for sure. Ghostly Flicker, draw 3. That's why that deck is good. There's Tron. We just basically played a 3 mana draw 3. Brutal. It's going to be tough to come back now. Another Ghostly Flicker. Jeez. Just going off over there. I mean, 1 Prism or Bonder's Ornament. Ant plus Ephemerate. Okay. That's why we need the cast down. Like, if we had cast down like available for the first or second Ghostly Flicker, that would have kept them off so many cards. But now they have 13 cards in hand. I don't see any way that we're getting out of this now, because I'm pretty sure they can just counter anything we do and continue to draw cards. Probably Mnemonic Wall. Attack this Ephemerate. Okay, just Stonehorn Dignitary. Doesn't really matter. I'm not attacking for a while anyway. I'll just keep fighting, keep trying to play fast, I suppose. I don't really want to show them too much, but I think they should know what we're on. This is just going to get countered. Mystical Teachings for Counterspell. For Prohibit. Makes sense. when you allow like the teachings or like the Flicker Tron deck time to get set up, it's even just like more oppressive than our version. Plus impulse, sure. I think this deck generally plays like 4 Thriving Isle and then like 4 or 5 islands as well, so they play more mana than more like lands than we do. We also don't have a Bonder's Ornament to draw off their activations. Okay, I'll just block. They draw. I mean, maybe they don't have anything good. Okay, tap land, let's go. Do I name green or black? Probably green. Should I crack Fengraf? I don't know. I mean, I have like more Mole Drifters and stuff in hand already. I don't think I should. I think I should keep it out. They have 5 cards in hand. I wonder what they have. They have a Mystical Teachings in the graveyard they can flash back. Looks like that's what they're doing now. What do they get? Mystical Teachings? They're just going to get Unwind or maybe Counterspell? They get Pulse and Musara. So they pulse back Mole Drifter and then cast it. I mean, we can somehow claw back into this potentially. I think I start by just casting Mole Drifter. I cannot just leave up Counterspell. Also, the opponent does have to kill us at some point, but I think they can probably find a way to do that. I'm still going to lead Mole Drifter because I really want to resolve this. So just cast. Just resolves. Interesting. Let's go Tower, Ornament. Let's see. Do I? Oh, I drew a. I have a star too. I mean, this Condescend's not going to be able to counter anything. I do want to be able to leave up Cast Down, but I have plenty of mana. I think I just play Seagate Oracle and get on the board more, and I still can leave up Cast Down. Seagate. Land would be good. I think I maybe just take Mole Drifter actually. And pass. Okay, so I'm just going to leave up Cast Down if they try to flicker any of their stuff right now. Blue mana. Impulse? Or is this an Ephemerate? Green. Crop Rotation. Sacking Island. What are they getting? I think I'm just going to let it resolve. I don't think I'm going to cast down anything right now. Just another tower. Okay. Please let me condescend this for 1. No. No! 17, 18, 19. Damn it. They don't need to tap their Bonder's Ornament. So I can only condescend for 1. They only have 1 Rolling Thunder in the deck, but they drew it. Okay, they got us. I can condescend for 1 and they can pay 1. Rather not show condescend. I think we just got pretty unlucky there. Grudge, Pyroblast. I think that's all we want. Pulse Musara, not bad. Rolling Thunder is not great. It's not terrible. I think I can cut a Fengraf as well. Crusher is a little bit hard to resolve, but Can also just, it can't be countered by Pyroblast and stuff. Seagate is good card advantage. Maybe just 4 cast down is just too many. Maybe it's good to just have some and rely on the counter spells. I definitely want Ancient Grudge to be able to blow up their Prisms and Bondage Ornaments because they certainly might get mana screwed just like we were. Oh, what's up, Amy? I didn't know you were there. Not sure how long you've been there. What card that looks like a newt? This one? This is Tron, yeah. This is Tron and Pauper, where it's commons only. I'm not sure what card you're talking about. Crusher? Or this one? That doesn't look like a newt at all. I think it's maybe cast down. I do want some cast down again to break up the combo, but of like them flickering stuff, but I'm not sure what else to set out. I could set out like a Chromatic Sphere. Seems a little greedy. Could set out like 1 Seagate, keep 3 cast down. Said I wasn't going to side any of these out, but I think I will. Let's just try it like that. Oh, I think you're talking about Muldrifter. That's this one? Yeah, this is like one of the best cards in Pauper. Muffin Blue Eye. Yeah, we're just going to be casting Muffin Pluots here. I'm going to keep. Sand looks good. Cast some Muffin Pluots. This card's sweet. Should have known this is what looks like a newt, because yeah, it kind of does. It's like a fish, though. Just lead star. What's up, Dan? We're just casting some Muffin Pluots here in Pauper. Alright, I think I'm going to draw... Maybe I should have named green there, in case I draw Ancient Stirrings. There's nothing I can cast for blue, but I guess it turned out not to matter. I could play Power Plant in case I draw Tower, but getting this top land down seems pretty reasonable. I think I'm just going to play Thriving Isle, name red. We have Pyroblast and Rolling Thunder that we want to cast. I'll just keep the card like this so everyone can see. They're on Thornwood Falls. Interesting. I mean, I don't think there's anything I really need to... I suppose I can save this in case both of these Bondage Ornaments get countered. So I guess it is better to wait. And if they happen to have Condescend, I can play around it. No, I can't. Obviously, I was thinking this adds 1 mana, but it has to resolve. I mean, I guess I can sack Sphere, add green right now. If I draw another 1-drop like Chromatic, I can play it. I'm not leaving anything up for 1. So let's go. I can draw Stirrings or another star. Okay, we don't, but that's fine. Still think it's better to crack there now that we have this in play. Crop rotation, so they might just be able to Tron. This is a card that, you know, I'm kind of hesitant to play just because in Pauper there is a lot of counter spells and it can be tough, like especially with this style of deck. Like they're probably just playing like 1 or 2 crop rotations, so they can wait on the crop rotation and just be in a situation where they don't need to cast it yet. But in this deck, like I feel like you'd be forced into situations where you have to cast it, and then if it gets countered, you just get like wrecked because a part of the cost is to sack a land. Yeah, Amy, I might have to kick you out of the chat if you keep going off with Muffin Pluots. I mean, again, this Muldrifter might get countered. This Muffin Pluot might get countered, but I think that's fine if it does. Then I can just cast another one next turn. Just resolves. Okay, and there's Tron. They're just gonna draw. Oh, mystical teachings. I was like, if they activate this, we both draw. This card's so funny that it's like just so good in Pauper. No, I'm not playing crop rotation. I just think it's a little bit too risky. Just because you have to sacrifice a land in order to cast it. So if it gets countered, you're just down a card and a land. But it just searches the library for any land and puts it into play. So you can find Tron pretty easily that way. Because if you have like two of the same like we have and you crop rotation, you can exchange one of these for the other one that you need. There's Bog, okay. Doesn't really do anything. So I get to have a big turn here, see if it's going to be enough. I think I'll just start by casting Muldrifter, drawing cards. Going to resolve this ornament as well. I'm just going to wait on Thunder. I don't need to resolve it like this second. Just Chromatic, start a draw. I guess I'll name green. Another Rolling Thunder. Interesting. I think I'll attack with Muldrifter here. I can always Fangraph the Muldrifter back if I need slash want to. And not be bad just to have like a counter spell or two. That is totally fine. So just tapping out main phase for impulse. Hey, bud. No one coming in to check on me. Nightly routine before he goes to bed. They played Thornwood Fall, so they're probably kind of stuck on mana, kind of like we were last game. What we might be able to do is just cast Rolling Thunder and deal a bunch of damage to them. What is this? Oh, Reaping the Graves? Just getting their Muldrifter back? Sure. It's another sweet one. Pretty cool art. It's just Raise the Dead or Raise from the Dead Storm for 3 mana instant. Yeah, Lewin just comes in and says hi, sniffs me, and then turns around and goes to bed. He never like fully comes into the room at night. He just wants to make sure I'm good. Pyroblast, that's actually really good. Really, really good. Let's count the mana. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, potentially 14 mana. So I can Rolling Thunder for 12, leave a... Or no, I can't quite Rolling Thunder for 12, leave up Pyroblast, but I think it's less risky just to Fendrath back Muldrifter, cast it, leave up Pyroblast. Then I'm like drawing a bunch of cards. And I get another Muldrifter into play, and I still get to leave up Pyroblast. So I'm going to just do that. Maybe we'll draw like another Pyroblast. Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge, alright. So we can go suppose casting stars is kind of free. Red, red, grudge your thing, and that leaves them with only one blue source, which is nice, and we still have Pyroblast up, so that turned out really well. If they draw like another ornament or a Pathetic Prism, we can just grudge it. Dope. Definitely in a good position, but opponent with still a bunch of cards in hand. Impulse, just gonna let that resolve for sure. Prism, okay, I can just grudge that. And then they try to cast Mole Drifter, I'd counter that, okay. Bonder's Ornament. Just let it resolve, and then I'll just grudge the ornament. And I'll just have to Pyroblast this. Then grudge the ornament. And then I'm in a really good spot. Alright, let's just start with this. Keep taking them off of colored sources. I think I'll just... I can't kill them this turn. I think I'll just Seagate Oracle. Do I want Prism? I don't need Power Plant, so sure. Rather draw a card, I suppose. I also don't think I need to cast a big Rolling Thunder here. Oh, nice. That's really good. Alright, now I'll just attack and leave up Condescend. So we have Condescend for 7 up right now. That may not be enough, but I think it will get something. So now this game is feeling pretty locked up. This is a pretty silly matchup. So 5, 6, so I can actually Condescend this. I'm going to try to. If they counter back, they counter back. Then that frees me up to just cast a big Rolling Thunder for the win. Rolling Thunder for 7, and they have 6 mana up. Sure. They can Pyroblast it, but... Let's see, I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana. Do I need 17? I don't think so. Just bottom. Yeah, now if they tap out, I just win. Mnemonic Wall. Get back Reaping the Graves, maybe? Yeah. But again, it's just over here. Just attack for 4, hit them down to 13. Then Rolling Thunder them. Rolling Thunder them for 13. Sweet. Going game 3 against Tron. Yeah, Ancient Grudge definitely seems like where we want to be. Do I want another cast down to break up the like Ephemerates and Ghostly Flickers? Don't know if I can really afford that. Let's just run it. Might also want this land, but I still have 18 lands. I feel like I've seen this name in the 5-0s as well. I don't know who this is, but... Oh no, Triple Tower. Snap keep. I'm just keeping because I have at least 3 lands. I have Pathetic Prism. I have a Condescend. I don't think I want to mulligan this. It is really bad, but... Alright, I'll name green. So they're just base blue-green. Just going to try to jam Prism next turn. May or may not crack Star. Probably won't. Alright, Cave. I think I'd rather just play Tower. Try to play Prism. If this gets countered, okay, it doesn't. That's nice. Probably just play Seagate Oracle next turn. And now that we know we have another colored mana source, I'll probably start by just tapping Tower, crack Star, draw, before I have to play my third land. So they Impulse, then they cast Prism. Do they have another land? They do. Alright. Ooh. Ancient Grudge. I think I'd rather grudge this than Seagate. It's a little weird. I can also just leave up Condescend, but that probably seems like the worst option. I can just start by cracking this for red and see what happens. Alright. Just play Star and then crack for red again and then Ancient Grudge. This way if I draw another Tron land I can play it. We don't. I am going to cast Ancient Grudge this turn though. Not sure how relevant it is, but I think taking them off of colored sources is good. Crop Rotation, get Tron. Now they're off of colors. They can have more artifacts to produce mana, but... Okay, Island, Muldrifter? Yeah. Not ideal, but I'm not sure there's anything we could have really done there. I guess leave out Condescend. They might go for Crop Rotation, but they probably just untap in that situation. So they're tapped out except for Bonder's Ornament. I think I just lead on Stirrings. Okay, I'll take Tron, and then I just try to continue to find Tron here. So I go Power Plant, Prism, and then Ancient Stirrings again. Definitely not trying to leave up like a small Condescend. Okay, there's Tron. Still just going to cast Stirrings. Bonder's Ornament. And pass. Oh, maybe I messed that turn up. Damn. Instead of casting the other Stirrings, I should have cast Ancient Grudge. That was a huge punt. Guess it may not matter, but if they just Ghostly Flicker here or something, I'm going to feel pretty dumb. Wow, they bog and get my Grudge that I should have cast. I mean, I'm still in a bad spot, even if I grudge this, but just that still feels pretty bad. I mean, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, cast down. Do want to be able to leave that up. I think I'll start with Ornament. And then I'll try to play Seagate, then Seagate. Prohibit kicked. I think I want to just get this in play, actually. And Condescend may not be that good later. So I think I'll just Condescend right now. Don't think I need these. So Bonder's Ornament in play. Let's cast Seagate. I think I'm taking Muldrifter. I can leave up Cast Down to try to break up like an Ephemerate or something, but I think I'd rather just cast a Muldrifter and just like try to keep pace essentially. Pyroblast. Okay, that certainly might be good. And that Ancient Grudge play might cost me the game because like them with or without a Bonder's Ornament is a huge difference. Mnemonic Wall, get back, prohibit. Okay. I mean, that's beatable. Have a Pyroblast. No flicker, please. Yeah, I want to block because then I'm more likely to be able to break up like a flicker on the Mulldrifter with cast down. Okay. I think I'll just start with cast Mulldrifter. Seems good. That cannot be prohibited. Okay. Now what's the play? Actually, I feel like I'm in a decent spot now. We know they have prohibit. I feel like I kind of want to play something I don't care about too much. Like if I just go Seagate, and they go prohibit it, I can just let that resolve. I can also just play Bonder's Ornament here. I think I like that better. Yeah, I think I'm actually like relatively okay in this game. Let's see. Can I actually cast Seagate right now? I only need 3 mana total to leave up Cast Down and Pyroblast. It's just the colored sources I need. I think I'll just start with Chromatic and see what happens. I can play another land, so yeah, let's add blue. Drew a mine, okay. I think now I'll just cast Seagate. If they go to prohibit it, I'll just let that resolve. I still have Cast Down and Pyroblast up right now. Yeah, again, a prohibit here, I'm just going to let resolve. I'd rather have Pyroblast to like kill the Mnemonic Wall or something. Now I can go Mine, Sphere, pass. Cave of Temptation is also interesting because I can just cave sack on my Mulldrifter. Alright, another Bonder's Ornament's fine. Yeah, I can cave sack on my Mulldrifter to make it a 4/4 flying and deal with their what's it called? I gotta go up in this chat. Oh, Muffin Pluot? Yeah. Oh, they have Ancient Grudge as well. Wasn't really expecting that. Alright, I'll just add red. They're gonna flashback Ancient Grudge on my other ornament. Oh man, so this is a bad spot for me for sure. Let's add blue, draw. Okay, so I do have another ornament, so that was a good draw. If they're gonna flashback Grudge, target ornament, and then I get to play ornament. So dumb. Okay, it's good. So silly. I don't know how I could forget Muffin Blue out either. Mnemonic Wall. I think I just. Oh, I can't counter this because I added blue. I just messed up there. God damn it. It's so bad for me. I should have added red. I mean, they could have gone to main too also, and they didn't. Alright, they're just getting back Impulse. So Impulse is their last card. If they attack, I'm just going to take. Can I draw Rolling Thunder? Bonder's Ornament's huge because it allows them, if they want to activate their Bonder's Ornament, that I'll still get to draw. Again, really dumb, but good to have. There's Rolling Thunder. I asked for it. Ask and you shall receive. I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mana. They have Impulse in hand. So I think I'm just going to wrath their board, leave up Pyroblast, and then counter their Impulse, leave them with nothing. I do also actually need to play Bonder's Ornament. So let's see. I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mana. Play Bonder's Ornament down to 11, tap it up to 12, and then wrath their board, but then I'm tapped out. I guess that's fine. I can just let... Do want to be able to leave up Pyroblast as well. I have to play Bonder's Ornament. There's just no choice, because I don't want them to be able to free draw 2. So 11 mana, 12 mana. Yeah, and I do want to wrath their entire board too, so I don't really have a choice. I just have to tap out, I think, and hope their Impulse isn't that good. No, we're doing okay. Getting there with our Rolling Thunder. Amy in the chat is freaking out because I think she can't tell if we're doing well or not doing well. But we're doing well. So they have Impulse and a card they drew, and that's all they have. And they can draw using Bonder's Ornament if they want, but then we get to draw 2 because we have 1. Prism. Oh, they cast Impulse, then they cast Prism, so they probably took Prism off Impulse, is my guess. Mulldrifter. Alright. Would have been nice to Pyroblast that, but still winning from this position. Oh, they named... Oh, Mnemonic Wall? Damn, they have a lot of those. Targeting Impulse. Are they going to cast it now? No. Seagate. I think making our Mulldrifter into a 4/4 is actually going to be okay. It's going to be pretty decent. Oh, Pyroblast. Yeah. Snap, take that. Now I'm just going to make Mulldrifter a 4/4, start getting in there, and leave up all these cards. We know they have Impulse. Wow, they're blocking. Interesting. Do they have Reaping the Graves? I mean, I guess I can't stop that right now. Let's see if they Impulse right now. I think I'm going to counter it since I have another Pyroblast now. If I didn't have another Pyroblast, I would have to let that resolve, I think. Because now if they go for like a Ghostly Flicker or Ephemerate, I still have like multiple answers to this. I think I'm going to counter this as well. Yep. Another one? Oh, they're just drawing. Okay. Probably just drew that land. Mystical Teachings. Oh no, did they get Reaping the Graves? Yeah, our Muffin Palette got +2/+2 from this land. This land puts +2 counters on it. Okay, Reaping the Graves. I mean, I think I have to just draw the last Rolling Thunder here. So I think what I'm going to do is also activate my own Bonder's Ornament, because They're just getting so much value back, and they can even get Reaping the Graves back with casting these demonic walls. So they just got Muldrifter, Muldrifter, Muldrifter. Oh no. Yeah, they just got Mnemonic Wall and triple Muldrifter back in hand. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to beat that card advantage. So I think what I'm going to do is just draw. I know they get to draw too, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, Rolling Thunder. Is that even going to be enough? Red Elemental Blast. Let's see, so I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 mana, 18. Do I evoke Muldrifter or do I just cast it? I think I just cast it. Oh, I'm also almost out of time. I mean, I guess this is game 3. Just gotta try to play fast here. Red draw, it's the Thriving Isle. I don't know if that does anything. Just go blue draw. Not finding what we need here. Crusher. Okay. Let's go. Cast Crusher. Then I only have 1 mana up. So I need to play this. Cast Crusher. Then attack. I still might be able to win. So they take 5, they go down to 12. Their hand is triple Muldrifter and Mnemonic Wall. If they're just casting a bunch of Muldrifters, it's not the end of the world. That's beatable. I'm just going to let it resolve. This has been certainly an interesting match. Mystical Teachings. Could counter it, but I think I'm just going to let that resolve too. They'll probably get Ghostly Flicker or something here. And then I can try to counter that. Could have countered this, but yeah, they get Ghostly Flicker. See if they just cast Ghostly Flicker right now. I expect them to. They're at 12, so... Six mana. Cast Muldrifter, only 2 mana up. They are going to have a Ghostly Flicker. I think I just counter this now. I don't really have too much time to make decisions, so I'm just going to go. And then try to do a big attack. I also have a cast down. This is a prohibit. Okay, sure. So maybe I can draw the Rolling Thunder now. They had to just tap out. So interesting. Both of us with 23 cards left in the library. We draw Muldrifter. Could evoke this, but I think I'm just going to cast it. We have 3 minutes left. Okay, star. Just crack for red. Draw. There's Condescend. Don't know if that will actually do anything. I think I'll just attack with all. If they want to kill some of these sea gates, that's fine. Could have drawn with Bondage Ornament as well, but I don't think I want to do that. I have to do some blocking. Okay, so they're keeping Mnemonic Wall in play. So I can actually just... I know they have Ghostly Flicker in hand. What if I just kill Mnemonic Wall right now? I think that's actually safer. I'm going to go for it. I don't think that their deck can really go infinite. Plus I have a Condescend up for however much. I have 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So I have a Condescend up for 10 here. They have to play a threat and then play something else, and I can Condescend. Yeah, Pulse and Musara is fine. They go to 15, but we have a huge board. Mnemonic Wall, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, so I can't Condescend it. They get back Pulse. Okay. They cast Pulse, targeting Mole Drifter, I think. Do I just counter this Pulse? I think I just try to counter the Mole Drifter. So they have 2 mana up. Condescend this. For 5? Sure. And then I can draw with Bondage Ornament. I know they get to draw too, but that's not that relevant. Alright, sure. They draw 2 more cards, I don't care. I have to try to win. And I think Rolling Thunder is how I do it. It's been a pretty crazy match, pretty fun. And they go up to 22. Maybe I won't be able to kill them, but I think if I draw Thunder, I will. It's each draw. Okay. 18 cards left in the library. They have to discard. I think I'm going to draw again. This might be wrong, but Fengraf. I have a Seagate Oracle and a Mole Drifter. Alright, start by attacking with all. Oh, I have only a minute left. Alright, I really have to just try to F6 here. Opponent with way more time than me. I kind of forgot how close I was in time. Alright, they're just going to block. Just lagging too, which sucks. I'm going to try to Fengraf back my creature. Maybe they can go infinite, but it is what it is. Don't know if they can deal with this huge board. Oh, they have a Pyroblast? Sure. Ornament. Go. It's interesting. Also, opponent with 15 cards in library, me with 16. I mean, I'm going to run out of time before either player mills, but can opponent just Rolling Thunder our face for lethal? Oh, Stonehorn Dignitary. That is not good. Kind of surprised they still have that in their deck. And Mnemonic Wall, get back. Right now their counterspells don't counter Rolling Thunder though. A lot of times they have like one negate in their deck. But I wonder if they have it in hand. Pulse and Musara, so they're going to try to gain life. They get back Mnemonic Wall. They might have taken out a lot of their flickers. Get back Pyroblast, sure. Alright, let's draw. There's a Crusher. Doesn't do anything. Not good. I think we lose now. There's Spengraph. Just at 20 seconds. Just gonna try to F6 and hope they can't kill us because I just don't have time to do anything. Oh, they have Ghostly Flicker. Brutal. So they can Ghostly Flicker every turn, but I'm just gonna time out. I mean, I wasn't trying to play that fast from the beginning, but that's okay. Opponent's also at 22 now. Could Fengraph on their turn, but again, I just don't want to time out, so I'm just going to remain F6'd. Wonder if there's any way I can mill the opponent before I get Rolling Thundered. Probably not. But maybe with these Bonders Ornaments, like if Rolling Thunder happens to be their last card or something. Great match here though, regardless. Cast the Pulse, get back Bog, sure. Just gonna let it happen, whatever. Again, I just don't want to use any seconds. Impulse, sure. I guess they're just looking for Rolling Thunder. That's my guess. I guess they can just find Rolling Thunder with Impulse. I think there's basically no way for us, but I probably shouldn't even cast this. It's just taking up way too much time with the lag too. That took like 12 seconds just to cast. There's no chance. Just any ability that, like, we can't cast this. Okay, I'm already F6'd. I have one more card than the opponent though. Okay, they're just gonna Rolling Thunder us. Well, good games. I think I did misplay with the Ancient Grudge early in the match, but just came right down to the wire. Yeah, this looks like just Rolling Thunder. They got us. We time out. Tough match against Flickertron. I think I might not have played perfectly there. Obviously not with the time too, but still a great game. That was a lot of fun. That was like a just crazy deep match. I'm not sure exactly what I could have done differently except for the Ancient Grudge. I think I played reasonably well with my Pyroblasts and that sort of stuff. Now I'd like to just play not as crazy long, like not against Tron again. Basically, I'd rather play against like Mono Red, Mono Green, just something like a little bit more straightforward after that. That was a pretty grueling match. Took the entire time off my clock. I mean, I timed out. I also just lost at the end there, but yeah, that was a good game. Like I knew like going into this that Tron would be kind of a rough matchup. I think people aren't playing it as much, but I mean it's still a really good deck. I think like with this build, we're probably more favored just like against kind of like aggressive and like mid-range strategies, just random stuff people are going to play, whether it's, you know, just like black green with bone picker or just mono green or mono white, just because we have like all these cast downs and rolling thunders. But like in the control matchups, we're a little bit weaker just because these cards like aren't as good there, and we don't have a powerful late game of like the ghostly flicker like we saw there. Opponent also played pretty well, so that was like definitely props to the opponent. But I played a little loose, and the Stonehorn Dignitary post like game 3. Maybe they just had one in their deck. I just wasn't really expecting the Stonehorn to come down late like that. So I thought I could just keep building up my board and then eventually get there, but Stonehorn was able to pull that game out. Still really liking this list. I mean, I think Flickertron is one of the better decks in the format still, even after the map ban. And I mean, we were neck and neck there, come right down to the wire. Game 3 it was like a battle of the clock and just like of resources. So that's pretty cool. Meanwhile, nobody's playing Pauper, so we can't get queued up. Let's see. I wanted to check. I think there's a Super PTQ tomorrow morning that I want to play in. I think I'm just going to queue up for that. If I don't lag out here. I actually have to think about that like when I'm streaming because my computer's not great, as you can see here. Oh wow, this caps at 672 and it already has 460 players. Oh, it's 50 tickets? I mean, I'll play in it. Let's see if we can get back to our match before we lag out. Wow. Oh, come on. I don't know if that was my bad or not, but that sucked. Alright, so this starts in 9 hours. Wow, already has 461 players. That's a lot for the night before. Amy, if you're still there, tell Dan to queue for this or to sign up for this now because it might fill up. It's already like 2/3 full the night before. Alright, welcome to round 3. We're against Carlos Z. And we have a keepable hand. Not insane, but turn 2 Prism. And then we can turn 3 Seagate Oracle or Ancient Stirrings. And we have 2 Tron pieces, so this hand looks reasonable. Wow, we're just really lagging here. Let's close this out. Wait. No, I guess I just have to leave that open. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Amy. Tell him to join. Haggle? Martyr of Ashes, what is happening? So mono red with Merchant of the Veil just for value? And they're passing. Okay. So weird. I have no clue what's happening on the opponent's side. Maybe it's some type of reanimator deck, but Oh, there's Tron, nice, classic. Why would they be playing Martyr of Ashes, and why are they playing Merchant of the Veil? 3 mana. It's telling me they cast Merchant of the Veil, and I don't. Oh, this is the stack now. Okay. I was like, I don't see it anywhere. Okay, so they just haggled into Merchant. So they have a 2/3, and for 3 mana they can discard a card to draw a card. Sure. So weird. Meanwhile, we just Tron up. We get to cast Muldrifter plus Pathetic Prism this turn. Do I have to discard? Yeah, I will. That's okay. I think I can just discard a Fengraph here, probably. Could discard Ancient Stirrings as well, but it's a really good turn 3. Oh, Stone Rain. Well, we have another tower. That makes sense, but I just still don't really know what's going on. I mean, I say it makes sense, but I'm still just not really sure. Oh, Condescend. Amy, he's supposed to just... Oh, shit. My bad. Just forget it. I don't think he's playing tomorrow. There's just like a big tournament tomorrow, and it's almost full, so I was going to tell him to join, but I forgot that he's not playing. So forget it. Thanks anyway, though. All right, Bonder's Ornament. If I play another's Bonder's Ornament, I have still Condescend up for 2. I think that's fine. Just going to do it. I'd rather just get both Bonder's Ornament down because that's pretty good against just like seems like what the opponent's trying to do. Yeah, Dan said his computer was down, so he's not going to be able to play in the limited PTQ tomorrow. Pretty excited for that. Stone Rain. Yeah, I'm going to counter that. So this is just mono red land destruction with weird cards. I mean, Martyr of Ashes makes sense because they're probably mono red land destruction, so this is like a Wrath basically. And then Merchant of the Veil doesn't really make sense. Maybe it's just like looting so they can find what they need, and then also a threat they can cast later to win with after they destroy all of the opponent's lands. But it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, they're just going to concede. Okay, well, this will be a lot more straightforward. Either we're going to get blown out by land destruction early, or we're just going to win. I mean, they just might not be able to beat Circle of Pro Red no matter what they do. I guess they can if they kill every single one of my lands that I play for the whole game. But I think I'll still bring it in. Maybe I just don't need like... I think if I resolve Crusher, I win too. I think I don't need that many ways to win against like a mono red land destruction deck. I mean, I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow just because, again, my computer's not great. I'm going to be super laggy, and it's just going to be during the day, and I think Blaine has to be in the office a lot too, so I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow, but I would have liked to. Once I get a better setup, I'll be streaming more stuff like challenges and PTQs and stuff. I think I don't want to sideboard too heavily here. Don't think I want Weather the Storm either. Oh, Pulse of Masara seems good. I can just get back a land. Definitely want that. Could take out a Cast Down. Could take out a Crusher. Yeah, let's just do that. At least Rolling Thunder, if I can cast it, can just like kill like one of their creatures. Like my board's just like random non-Tron lands and Bonder's Ornaments. I can just like Rolling Thunder one of their guys. This hand isn't very good. It does only have 2 lands and only one of them's a Tron land, but also mulliganing in this matchup seems bad. Oh man, this is sketchy. I think I have to mulligan actually. It just doesn't seem quite good enough overall. I'll keep this one though. This seems a lot better. Can get rid of the Cast Down or one of the Bonder's Ornaments. I think it's between those. Even though that's a mana source, costs 3 mana, I want to just be able to answer something random that they play. Alright, they play tap land. I can play Sphere, or I can just play my own tap land. I could certainly see this Thriving Isle dying this turn. Should be fine. Obviously in this matchup you want to see a hand where you just have like 4 lands in hand or something. Alright, I'm just going to play Tower Prism. Next turn I can just play Bonder's Ornament, Sphere, Haggle, sure. Oh, maybe they have Madness cards that they can discard or something. Especially with the Firebolt. Yeah, they just seem like kind of like a value-based red deck with land destruction. People just love playing Stone Rains in Pauper. I think I'm going to crack this Sphere right now. It doesn't really matter what color I crack it for because I have Prism. Alright, that's exactly why I cracked it now, in case I draw another 1-drop like that. Now we just need to draw into more lands. Yep. I'm just Molten Raining us. Makes sense. Our good draws are Ancient Stirrings or lands. I think I'll crack this star as well. We're super far off Tron, but we don't really need to Tron to win this matchup. Okay, there's another land, so that's perfect. So if they don't have another land destruction spell, I can cast Bonder's Ornament. Abrade the Prism. Okay, that's good for me. Because I'd rather that get abraded than my Bonder's Ornament. So I'm not going to play Tower here because they've already killed 1. So it's better to hold the Tower just in case they are out of land destruction and I can somehow assemble Tron. Also, if they just don't play another land destruction spell here, I can just play land Muldrifter next turn. Desert. What a weird deck. They're like mono red control land destruction. See, now I get to play another Bonder's Ornament. So like I'm in a totally fine spot. Abrade is a cool one though. That is like a card I want to try playing with in Pauper as well. Oh, Circle Protection Red? Is that just game? I can just play Bonder's Ornament and then play Circle of Pro Red. That just might be it. Cast Merchant of the Veil? Okay. I can kill that. Probably just going to cast a Muldrifter first, though. Wow, another Tron land? That's good. I guess I'll Muldrifter first in case I draw a Thriving Isle. I'll play that. Yeah, this somehow just seems like a good matchup for us. I mean, they're land destruction, but they need to like really destroy all of our lands and then keep us from doing anything. And Bonder's Ornament's just like a ramp card. It's just another mana source. Abrade a Bonder's Ornament, sure. They're trying, but I just don't think it's going to be quite enough. Just get to gain 2 here. So this deals damage to an attacking, deals 1 damage to target attacking creature. Firebolt the Muldrifter, sure. If I drew Tron there, that would have been so sick. I think I'm just going to play another Muldrifter while I know I can resolve it, because drawing cards is exactly what I want to do. Pulse of Musara is great. I can get back Power Plant to Tron up and gain some life. And they can't really take me off mana because I have 3 colored sources with these caves. Just haggling away a land, sure. Cycle. Yeah, this is over. Opponent going deep with this deck, that's for sure. I'll just circle pro red their guy. Guess I could have let them attack first, just doesn't matter though. Crusher. I can cast Crusher this turn. This is pretty sick. Pulse, get back Power Plant, and then cast Crusher. And that should do it. I don't think that deck can have any answers to this. Yeah. All right, that was definitely a strange deck. Definitely a lot easier than the Flicker Tron we faced that Luka Jack was piloting. That's insane. I mean, like, you would think mono red land destruction would be a bad matchup, right? But I think that was a good matchup for us. Not only do we have 19 lands, but we have 4 stirrings and then 8 1-drops that can draw a card, 4 2-drops that draw a card, ramp spells in this, and then the rest of our deck is just draw spells basically. So seems good to me. See how many people are in this. 463. That's a lot. 7:05 start. Okay. All right, we're getting Lunan Braga, and our hand's not great, but I'm gonna keep it. I just think now with Tron, especially with these heavy land hands, I think you need to keep them. I could be wrong. This hand might not be good. It doesn't really do anything, but hitting my land drops, I can draw a card. Is this the white one? Yeah, so this could be Tron. So Muldrifter is actually a good draw because now I can just pass and then turn 3, crack Sphere, evoke Muldrifter, and then just keep the cards flowing. That's what you want to do with this deck. It's just, if you're kind of stuck, just make sure you can, keep the cards going. That way, I can draw into my Pathetic Prisms and Bonders Ornaments and stuff. This might be just, I was going to say, I thought it might be Mono White Tron, and it still might be, but it could be some type of red-white mid-range deck. I'm not really sure. Blue draw, then land, evoke Muldrifter, try to find Tron. I was also thinking about running 1 Ephemerate in this deck or 1 Ghostly Flicker. Seems pretty reasonable, but at that point it's then do you want to just run some Mnemonic Walls and just be Flickertron? Probably. Pathetic Prism's a perfect draw. It's exactly where we need to be. Give us a colored source, can cast Stirrings. Wow, they're just drawing. Do they not have another land? Bog. Wow, so interesting. Maybe they're black, white, or some type of 3-color control deck. I think I want to get down Prism rather than Chromatic Star. So let's go Prism into Stirrings and try to find Tower. We don't. Find another land, or either a power point, or either a mine or a Thriving Isle. I think I want to just take mine. Not entirely sure about that one, but I think that's reasonable. I can just cast Muldrifter next turn. Eventually we'll find Tower. Radiant Fountain. So this kind of just feels like black-white control. Yeah, Palace Sentinels. Okay. I mean, that's good, but that's beatable. I don't really care about them drawing 2 cards a turn too much. And I can potentially take the Monarchy back, although they probably have a ton of removal in their deck. Alright, let's start by drawing a card, and maybe I'll find Tower off the top. I don't. Bonder's Ornament. I think I still just cast Mulldrifter here. I'll have to discard, but I'll only have to discard one card. If I play Bonder's Ornament, I'll have 3 mana left. I'm just going to play Mulldrifter. It also puts pressure on them. They have to kill it, or I can take the Monarchy back, and then I can draw an extra card. So I think this is correct. Wait, what am I discarding? I'm not discarding Fengraf. Could discard Sphere or Seagate Oracle. I don't want to discard Seagate. Could discard, I think it's between Cast Down and Chromatic Sphere. I think I want the Cast Down. I think Cast Down seems good. Well, it's not like, not necessarily like perfect, but I think it's totally fine. So they have to kill this, otherwise I take the Monarchy. Journey to Nowhere. Core Skyfisher. Bounce Thraben Inspector. Okay, so they can potentially block this, but I can just kill their blocker, take the Monarchy back. I don't even know how good that is, but I kind of want to kill Core Skyfisher anyway. Another Cast Down, Jesus. I was going to say maybe I just start Seagate Oracle, but then I don't have enough mana to cast down necessarily. Or do I? If I start Seagate Oracle, and then I can go land Bonders on it, then I only have 1 mana. I mean, I don't even really need to take back the Monarchy that bad. They're just going to take it back anyway. So I think I'm just going to Seagate, try to find Tron. Brutal. I'll take Stirrings. Again, try to find Tron. So I can go Bonder's Ornament. This could be the downfall of this game. It's just we drew through a lot of our deck and looked through a bunch of extra cards. Wow. Thunder, Mulldrifter, Mulldrifter. Those are cards that we don't want on the bottom. And just not able to find Tron here. So that's unfortunate. It's a cast down? No, just draw. Sure. I mean, eventually, if they don't have blue in their deck and I find Tron, I'm just going to cast a huge Rolling Thunder here, and then, I mean, that's going to be tough to come back from, right? Especially if I take the Monarchy after that. Okay, so this is like maybe Mardu control. I could see them having some Pyroblast post board, but I still don't think they're going to have any counter spells. Oh, I guess this is just obviously duh. This is just like red white mid range with just kind of a clunky draw. Duh. It's just Boros Monarchy, just with like weird lands. I'm just getting tripped up by the Bog. Of course, they're just playing Thriving Heath. They could have some black cards as well. Sometimes they play like Omen of the Dead or whatever that the black Omen is, that because they can bounce it with Core Skyfisher and loop the Omen. But yeah, this is looking reasonable. 5, 6, 7. So if I draw a land, I can Crusher. Alternatively, I can cast a million cast downs. I have 5, 6, 7 mana. So if I Sphere, I can potentially triple cast down this turn, and then attack with both and try to take the Monarchy, and then I might be able to just keep the Monarchy after that. So I would want to get this Prism down, but I think playing Sphere is actually optimal here because it lets me still triple cast down. Okay, there's Tower. Now do I just Rolling Thunder their board and then attack and save the cast downs? Or do I save Rolling Thunder for next turn to go for the win? Oh, they could have Prismatic Strands. So I think I'm going to go for the cast down line. Just triple cast down and then start attacking. I could also just play Crusher, but I don't think that's as good because they can easily have Journey to Nowhere or something like that. So let's just start cast down here and cast down Inspector as well, because I want to attack with both and be able to take the Monarchy through a removal spell. I don't think I really need to save these cast downs for anything. I mean, I feel like they definitely have Strands. They're going to cast Strands here? Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm 1 mana off casting Crusher right now. So they Strands chose blue, and I'm on 6-7 mana. So I'll just Star Draw. Then I'll probably just leave up cast down. Blue draw. Play Bonder's Ornament. And pass. I can just cast down this right now. Is that better? And just play around any like funny business. I don't know what else I'm saving cast down for. Then I'll have to play white creatures to be able to flashback Strands. Don't know if that's correct, but Glinthawk, sure. Maybe I was supposed to play Crusher, but again, if they have Journey to Nowhere or Oblivion Ring, then playing Crusher is not nearly as good. And I thought I was going to be able to take the Monarchy, but at least I forced a Prismatic Strands. So definitely want to wait on the Thunder till they can't Strands. Probably just going to be casting a Crusher next turn and maybe drawing some cards with Bonder's Ornaments. Another Boros Garrison, bouncing the steps, sure. So they do have a lot of cards in hand, but I mean, they're still going to have to deal with what I have. Okay. Start by drawing a card, because I can still cast Crusher after this. Let's just draw. Condescend. Interesting. Okay, 3, 7, 8. Cast Crusher. Just leave up a small Condescend here and pass. If they don't have... Maybe I should have waited one more turn on this to try to play around Journey to Nowhere. Because I could maybe get enough mana to play Crusher and leave up enough mana to Condescend to Journey to Nowhere, but that just doesn't really seem reasonable. Cycle, you got it. So I have Condescend up for 3 here. So most things I cannot Condescend. But I might be able to Condescend to Flashback Strands and just get them. Like cast a big Rolling Thunder, leave up Condescend, and then counter the Flashback Prismatic Strands. Golden Egg, sure. I mean, that deck can draw a lot of cards, but does that actually do anything? They only have 3 mana up. So what they might have is Prismatic Strands cast plus Prismatic Strands flashback up, which surprisingly is actually pretty good. Problem is I have Crusher attacking. Right, Glinthawk. I'm just going to take because I want to be able to attack with Mulldrifter and threaten to take the Monarchy. I could have actually blocked because then I can Fengraph back my Mulldrifter, but Could have even done that on end step, but I didn't. Thriving Heath named Black. So they probably have another Strands up. Okay, now they don't. Thraben Inspector, that resolves. So now I'm probably going to get to go Rolling Thunder plus Condescend here, which I feel like should be enough. Another Condescend. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's Rolling Thunder for 8. I think I just rat their board, leave up double Condescend. They're going to flashback Strands, and I'm going to counter it. And then these are things they can't sack to Crusher, Annihilator, and they can Strands pro red. They're tapping 2 mana. Why? Galvanic Blast, Crusher. Oh, and then they're going to Galvanic Blast Crusher again, and I'll just Condescend the second one. Yeah, so this isn't going to work out for them. And I get to take the Monarchy. Well, I guess they can flashback Strands as well, but it's actually not going to work. I can even just tap like this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Condescend this for 1. I get to scry 2. We have 4 quad Rolling Thunder in the deck. I think just bottom is fine here. Because I'm going to Condescend this flashback Strands. Yeah, Condescend has just been overperforming. See if I leave up 1 mana, I still can't do anything. Okay. Just Condescend it for 2, why not? I'll draw a Crusher. Rat their board. Attack for 11. Annihilator 2. Get the Monarchy. And then draw Crusher on end step. Sweet. Alright, I triple take the Monarchy. And I draw Crusher, and then pass the turn. I can't believe I didn't realize this was Boros Monarchy earlier. Oh, they're just drawing cards with their clues? Sure. Super over. I guess they're looking for like Journey to Nowhere. Just have another one though. Yeah, they're just trying to find Journey. Now they're going to concede, I think. I mean, they're dead on board if we activate Cave. Oh, Blast, Blast. Lightning Bolt. 8. This is still lethal because 8, 9, 10, 11. So, just not going to show them second Crusher. I guess they could Galvanic Blast the Seagate to survive or something. But yeah, okay. Got him. So, I don't think Circle Protection Red is good, even though they're going to have a lot of bolts. Don't think that's where we want to be. think I do like Ancient Grudge. Every time, like in this matchup, it's kind of tough because sometimes they have a lot of artifact lands, sometimes they don't. We know they have like at least Golden Eggs, Pathetic Prisons, and stuff, and we did see one artifact land, so I think bringing in just 2 copies of Ancient Grudge is going to be worth it. Suffocating Fumes can be good if they're on Battle Screech, but I didn't see that from my opponent yet. And I still have quad Rolling Thunder, so I'm not too worried about that. Everything seems pretty good, so it's kind of hard to decide what to take out for these Ancient Grudges. I think Condescend, while it was good there, the only counterspell they're going to have is like a couple Pyroblasts, so I'm not too worried about that. Condescend seems a little awkward. I'd rather just tap out most of the time. Maybe I'm just convincing myself of that fact. Also, Cast Down isn't like the best because most of their guys draw a card. That being said, it was still pretty reasonable just to kill a lot of their guys there. I mean, I can just side out like 2 Cast Downs. Most of their guys are small guys, and I'd rather just Rolling Thunder them away later, I think. So I think I'm going to go with this. Cast Down is like just such good insurance to have main deck against decks like mono green aggro and, you know, mono white and things like that. It's just like really nice to have. Alright, snap the sand off. Keep. Sand's fine. Which color do we name on Thriving Isle? Do we name red? Do we name black? Do we name green? Opponent kept. And they played an artifact land to start. I like to see that. Then go Thriving Isle, red. I think it's like going late. I'd rather have a Thriving Isle on red for Rolling Thunder than on like green or anything else. Okay, they just are taking it slow, it looks like. Playing a bounce land, it's fine. I think I'm just going to take it slow as well. A lot of times I like to like play Sphere here, crack it, and then play Star. I think I'm actually going to do that. I think I have plenty of colored sources. Ooh, Stirrings. Should have added green. Maybe I would have cast Stirrings there. Not playing that tight today overall. Do want to try to play fast though. Alright, next turn I can just play Bonder's Ornament into Ancient Stirrings. Do I crack Star? I think so. Tower? Tower? There it is. Not even gonna look at what else is there. I think I'd take Tower over any card in my deck. I mean, they're setting up nicely, but they're not. This is like what this deck does a lot of times. It's just like the first couple turns is like setup. Okay, Monarchy is good. We were able to beat that last time. Actually, our hand is pretty good here. I think I'll just start casting Mole Drifters. It's got to be annoying for the opponent, right? I have 4 mana left. Rolling Thunder is great. I think I'll just cast Seagate and then probably cast Chromatic Sphere as well. Man, it's hot tonight. I'm sweating. I do want Seagate, but I think I want more untapped Tron lands as well. So I think if I just take the mana, I'm going to be able to deploy all these threats nicely. Maybe that was a little greedy, and maybe Seagate is better for the long game, but if opponent ever taps out, I'm just like, and they don't leave up strands, and then I'm just threatening this massive Rolling Thunder, which is nice. Sure. Anytime we draw Ancient Grudge and just get to kill 2 lands, it's so good. Alright, kill our Mole Drifter, sure. Looks like they're leaving up strands. Sure. Oh, condescend, that's great. Guess I just tap like this and go blue draw. I think I'll just cast Mulldrifter here. Do want to leave up a reasonable condescend. PowerPoint. I think I just don't want to discard. I think I'm just going to get some of these stars down. Keep drawing cards. Green draw. I think I want to leave up condescend over playing Mulldrifter here. Just pass. Like, they do have Monarchy right now, but just drawing a couple cards off Monarchy, as we saw in the last game, isn't like the biggest deal. I mean, we're still beating them on cards by so much. Oh, they're casting Prismatic Strands just to get it in the graveyard. I mean, that's a cool play, because now they don't have to leave up mana every turn for it, and they can like feel like a lot more protective with strands in the graveyard rather with it than in their hand. But that being said, I can still just condescend the strands like I did last game, so that's why having these is so nice. It like totally changes the deck. Like if you don't have any counter spells in the list, it changes everything. I would want to counter this, but again, I can just do the same play of Rolling Thunder, leave up a small condescend for 2, and then I just get to kill their board, take the Monarchy, and then I think that should do it. So I think we got them. Bounce. Oh, they bounced Ancient Den. Okay. So they could have. Oh, they might have Pyroblast up here. I don't think there's much I can do about that. Do they discard another Strands? That would be annoying. This card's surprisingly good. They're deciding what they want to discard. They decide it's a golden egg. Alright, I haven't done the math, but I think I'm just adding red, draw. There's a tower, let's play it. And if I go red, this is 7 mana. I need 7, so that's 7, and then leave up condescend for 4. Okay, let's just go for this. Wrath your board. This is also Wrath, but only it's like one-sided Wrath. This card is just nice. Alright, let's condescend for 2. And see if I get Pyroblasted. If I do, I do. Then I can just continue to draw cards and be on my way. Bottom top, condescend is great. Wow, take the Monarchy. And then because they don't have any creatures down, they can't take the Monarchy back. So I don't think they can beat me with the Monarchy. Like, their deck with the Monarchy is pretty good, but once like Tron has the Monarchy, like I'm just like already outdrawing them, so now I'm like super outdrawing them. It's like I'm not going to deck myself before I kill them with the quad Rolling Thunder in my deck. I think it's just over now. Also, if I ever draw Ancient Grudge and kill 2 lands, it's actually really relevant because they're on for 7 mana, so taking them down from 7 to 5 mana is actually like a massive difference. I guess they can play Palace Sentinels, take back the Monarchy that way, but if they do that, that's totally fine. Alright, just doing what that deck does, playing a bunch of 3 mana 2/2 flyers. That's fine. Just gonna keep playing Golden Egg. Oh, Pathetic Prism, sure. Just don't care about that. I have a Mole Drifter in the graveyard I can get back if I want. Seagate Oracle. I think I'll just start with that. I'm not in a rush to like use my land drop to Fengraf when I can just continue to make more mana. Here I think I'll Stirrings. I think I'll just cast it. Seems reasonable. I can still Mole Drifter. It's Prism. Any order. Cast it. Maybe should be leaving up a bigger Condescend, but I think I just want to continue to commit to the board. Ooh, Ancient Grudge. Let's go. I think I just kill 2 lands now. That seems really good to me. Ancient Grudge that, and then flashback Ancient Grudge here. Oops. Let's tap this. Yeah, and then just taking them down this much mana is just like, it's going to be harder for them to operate. I can still just, I think I'm just actually just cast another Mole Drifter and just tap out. Don't think I'm really scared of anything they can do. And I'll just pass the turn. And then this way they have to like bolt one of my Mole Drifters in order to take the Monarchy back, and then if that's their line, I just don't even care. Again, I'm already outdrawing them by 10 cards, and I have like just like quadruple the mana of the opponent. Yeah, I'm just not going to let them free take Monarchy. Oh, Prismatic Strands. That is super fine. I also have this cast down, which is reasonable, and I can also just Fengraf back a Mole Drifter and recast it. There's the Vial, sure. So they cannot Prismatic Strands because they don't have an untapped white creature. There's another cast down. Right, let's just start by Fengraffing back Mole Drifter and casting it. Seems good. Then I just get to probably just kill both of their creatures now. Well, I know I can. I think I like that. I don't think I'm going to be activating Bonder's Ornament to draw. Like I said, these games do take a while to play. Like if I lose this game and go to game 3, I could be potentially in danger of timing out again. Actually, I don't want to do anything. Just going to keep up. I'll just cast this, I guess. I'll just keep up Condescend. Probably shouldn't have even had Blade Star. Where's my Rolling Thunders at? The Raven, that is totally fine. Can Condescend for 3 here. What is this? 3 mana. It's like a Bonder's Ornament. Don't even really care about that. Opponent in the tank. what they want to cast. Maybe it's a 2-drop. They're just tapping their Boros Garrisons first. I gotta finish this league and get some rest for the PTQ tomorrow. Alright, they're taking their time. They untap. We've used more of the clock than the opponent, but we've also taken way more actions. Two mana, they're going to cast like another Pathetic Prism effect. They're super deep in the tank here. Journey to Nowhere resolves. I'm going to get my Mole Drifter. It's like, just doesn't do anything. Just going to untap. There's Bonder's Ornament. Shed green, draw. Cast Ancient Stirrings. Oh, there's Ancient Grudge. Do I need to even Ancient Grudge stuff here? No. Just hold that. Alright, I suppose I'll take Tower out of the Tron lands. Could have taken another Mine to be safe. But I didn't. Just play Crusher. Now I just want to leave up a huge... Oh, I guess they still have Strands. Not even to attack. Just don't want them to take the Monarchy back, I suppose. Just Bonder's Ornament here. And pass. Where's the Rolling Thunders at? I kept all 4 in. We've drawn 40 cards, seen 1. It's reasonable. They're going to draw with Clue. I can Condescend for up to 8 next turn. They just draw, we draw. Okay. No Rolling Thunder yet, but we'll get there. Even if it's the bottom 3 cards, we'll get there. Terminate Molder or terminate Crusher. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just Condescend for 6. I've seen lists with people still playing Terminate, and I know it has the can't be regenerated clause, but I think, I mean, I guess for that deck it's not that relevant, the red mana. Just bottom top here. But Cast Down just seems better to me. There's only a couple creatures in the format, like River Boa, that regenerate, and like for that deck, is River Boa really that big of a problem? I don't think so. File resolves. I think leaving Crusher on top is just good enough. Can also start drawing with Bonder's Ornament at some point. But just being a 3-mana mana rock, adding 1 mana of any color has been like totally reasonable so far. Alright, I'm just going to attack with just Crusher. Leave these back to just keep the Monarchy. 18 cards in library. Celestial Flare. Wow, I just got wrecked by Celestial Flare. Alright. Sure. They got me good. I was not playing around Celestial Flare. Why do they should not have that in their deck. They're sacking Inspector plus like what? Vial. I can kill the Ancient Den with Grudge if I want. I guess they could. I should have realized that because they could have vialed the Crusher. And I guess they still can, but I also think I just don't really care about that. I can also cave and then just cave a Seagate to just make it a bigger threat. And then it's also hard for it to be Galvanic Blasted. Just make a 3/5. Sure. Do I want an Ancient Grudge? I think now I do. I think just killing land is better than killing Vial. If they want to Vial, stop Crusher for a turn. That's fine. Eventually I'm going to find Rolling Thunder, and there it is. So they do have a Prismatic Strands in the yard, but I might be able to also just cast multiple Rolling Thunders. Okay, it's also not going to stop the Crusher beats. It's a Journey to Nowhere. Oh, Golden Egg? Sure. Oh, now I can just Ancient Grudge flashback on Great Furnace and they won't be able to vial my Crusher. So they just misplayed by leaving up Furnace over a different land, because now I just go flashback this, kill this, and then that should do it. And then I still get to draw an extra card with Bonder's Ornament if I want, which I'm, oops, I was going to say I'm going to do, but I guess I just didn't. Okay, I'm just going to attack with all. Oh, wait, what just happened? Oh, I flashback Ancient Grudge targeting a Vial. I just misclicked. Okay. Whoops. Again, just not playing that tight here. Man, that sucks. So let's see, 9, 18. Just make you use your strands. That was just like a really bad misclick. Grudging the vial over the land, but at least now they use both their vials, so they won't be able to use it next turn, so. Alright, they concede. Alright, I'm gonna queue up for round 5, and then I'm gonna use the restroom and be right back. take a while to queue up in these Pauper leagues. Oh, have I played much of the limited format for this? I just played that one sealed that you and I did, the other PTQ type thing, and I've done a fair number of drafts on Arena, but I haven't played that much sealed. But I think I have a reasonable grasp on the format just from drafting and knowing all the cards and stuff. So I think I'm fine. All right, round 5, we're 3-1. We're against Mana Man Van Turk. Can't keep this 0-land hand. Snap Mull. This is also just really bad. Just gonna mulligan again. They mulligan to 6. Tried to mulligan. All right, this one I'll definitely keep. So now we have to think. We have to put 2 cards back. So I'm probably going to be casting a turn 2 Ancient Stirrings. I'm keeping all these, so I have to put back 2 out of these 3 cards. I feel like keeping Mulldrifter is just better than Seagate Oracle because if I don't hit my land drops and I'm stuck on lands and I can evoke Mulldrifter, it's like still like Divination is almost still better than Seagate in certain matchups. So I think putting back Seagate Haunted Fangraph is the right call. If I can get through this lag. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Keeping Drifter there has got to be right. Opponent mulligan to 6, we mulligan to 5, and just go from here. Okay, we might be up against mono green aggro, but it looks like elves. So we have quad Rolling Thunder, so as long as we function, this matchup should be reasonable for us as well. So there's a Thriving Isle, but I kind of want to just take Chromatic Star. Because if I Thriving Isle, I have to name green anyway. I think if I star, I draw a card, and then I can cast my other stirrings. Can't Thriving Isle name red anyway, so that's a pretty easy star, actually. I'm too far off Crusher to take that. I'm like 100% confident that that's the right play. And next turn, hopefully we just rip mine. But, okay, turn 2 Timberwatch Elf. This is pretty scary. Oh, there's Cast Down. Oh, man. So I can play it safe by just cast down the Timberwatch right now. And I think I have to do that because I can always Ancient Stirrings next turn with Cave. And sometimes they play Vines of Vastwood. And I think if I just kill this sets them back enough. And if I don't, they play like Elf, 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 hit for like maybe even untap this with Korean Ranger, hit for 10 or 15 or something. And I just don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to cast down that while I know I can. And then I can Ancient Stirrings next turn. Alright, Rolling Thunder is a good card to have. Because if I eventually Tron up and get double red, that will be game. Or should be. Priest of Titania. If they had that, they probably should have just played that last turn. It's always better to play this earlier, I think. Okay, that's not a mine. Could also just evoke Mulldrifter here, but I think Stirrings is better. There's mine. Oh man, it's so tempting to take Prism, but I need to just Tron, I think. Because then I can Mold Drifter and then later Rolling Thunder. So I'm just gonna Tron. Gotta take it while we can, right? Yeah, so Cast Down, I mean, you know, Double Masters just came out. Cast Down was just moved down from uncommon to common in that set, and it literally kills every single creature. There's not one creature ever been printed that's a legendary common. So this is just 2 mana kill any creature. It's just like really good. Okay, opponent with only 1 card left. And we just drew Prism. So I think I just Wrath whatever of their board I can this turn. Can wait 1 turn, but if they have like Cast Down is just pretty busted. If they have like Lead the Stampede as their last card or they draw it, it's better to like really take their board down. And I get to kill Lissalana this turn. Yeah. So let's just go. Oh no, I can't even Rolling Thunder for that much though. So I have 5, 7, 8, but I only have like really 7 mana, so I can only Rolling Thunder for 5. I guess I still get to kill Llanowar, Priest, Lissalana, pass. That's got to be good enough. I can just use Mold Drifter to draw into like more Rolling Thunders. I think keeping them off like a board is important. Yeah, dude. You should check it out. I just ran a league with elves actually, just like a couple days ago. Just posted it on youtube.com/snapbolt, and I obviously ran Lissalana too, and I just 5-0'd. This deck is like very good. A lot of times on turn 2, you can just play out like your entire hand, and this card is just sweet. All right, it looks like opponent is out of gas, and we still have a Mold Drifter, so looking good here. I think this matchup is like incredibly good for us. Just quad Cast Down, quad Rolling Thunder main. Just start with Mold Drifter, I guess. Might be better to start with Stirrings, but I think I like Mold Drifter. Okay, they ping us. Sure. Another Cast Down. I don't even need to cast down anything they have. Just gonna Mold Drifter again. I can just cast down their better creatures, like a Lissalana or another Timberwatch or something. They just concede, yeah. This matchup's like absolutely insane. We also get to bring in double Suffocating Fumes. I also have double Circle of Protection Green, which I actually think is not good. This is good against mono green aggro, but I guess this is good against like Timberwatch Elf. But a lot of times they just go so wide that it's like a lot of times literally they make like 30 creatures or 50 creatures, and then this is just dead. This is good if like we're able to like slow them down, but God, it's weird not bringing Circle of Pro Green in against a mono green deck. I just don't know if we really want it. I also think if I just take out Crusher and then just have quad Rolling Thunder, quad Suffocating Fumes, that will probably be enough to win, especially quad Cast Down, and then I can just win with Rolling Thunder and Mold Drifter kind of like I just did. I don't think Crusher is really that good. Do I want Circle of Pro Green though? If they don't fully go off, it is reasonable. Maybe I just try it. Maybe I just do like this. Or maybe I keep Bonder's Ornament for more hard red sources. Just do like this. Seems weird as well. Oh, maybe I just board out like multiple Condescends because they often have so much mana. Maybe I just don't want any of them. I think I just board out 2 Condescend. Let's just try that. I know I can counter like Lead the Stampede and stuff, which is pretty critical, but I think I'm fine just letting them lead the Stampede and then untap and Rolling Thunder. Keep this slow hand, but I have 2 Tron pieces, I have 3 land, Bonder's Ornament, plus Rolling Thunder, so might just get run over, but I can also just find Tron and go off. Alright. Nice. Pathetic Prism, great draw. We'll just go turn 2 Prism, turn 3 Bonders. Alright. Let's hope they don't go off next turn with like Lead the Stampede or something. But now like at any point if I find Tower, it's just over. Oh. I can't tell you how often that this happens with Tron. We're just like, okay, just gotta draw Tower. Oh! Okay, Lissawana. Do they play another elf? They do. And it's Aquarian Ranger. Oh, they might just fully go off here. If they have a Lead the Stampede, they might just be able to play like 6 more spells this turn. Oh no! Now, this is going to be rough. Timberwatch, Elite Vanguard, Jesus. They play Forest. And they play Timberwatch. Okay, so I think what I need to do is, I don't even know if I can. I was going to say play Tower, play Bonder's Ornament, play Rolling Thunder. I don't even know if that's going to be enough. I think that's what I might need to do though, because I can't really let them untap with Timberwatch. Ooh, Cast Down though. Cast Down though. So they can make a huge Vanguard. Alright, let's think about this. So I have 7 mana. I can go play Bonder's Ornament, then I have 4 or 5 mana. Then I can only Rolling Thunder for 3. I could go like Priest of Titania and Timberwatch Elf. But then I'm kind of dead to their hand anyway. So I don't think that's the line. I think the line is let them have Priest, let them play out their hand, and then try to untap and play a huge Rolling Thunder. And just take a bunch of damage next turn and cast down the Timberwatch right now. So I think I go Bonder's Ornament, Bonder's Ornament. Do I want to leave up a Condescend? No, because they have infinite mana. So I'm just going to cast down this to stay alive. And then try to untap and Rolling Thunder. Yeah, Bonder, cast down. And then untap land, Rolling Thunder for 9. That might not even be enough though, because they go Lissawana, Vanguard, Fyndhorn, and then they're making a Vanguard that's like huge. Plus just like a million other creatures. I might be able to beat this though. Oh, they have second Vanguard. And then they play also Fyndhorn Elves here. I don't think I can beat this now. They were just on the play with a really good draw. And we didn't have like a turn 2 disruption. We did well to draw into Tron, but yeah, that deck is good. Okay. Go to 11. I think I'm just dead because they have a 9/9 and a 4/4. Like I can Rolling Thunder for 9 this turn, but it's just not quite enough. Yeah, dude, that got downshifted also. That got down. Vanguard got downshifted a long time ago. See what I mean? Like Circle Protection Green wouldn't have done anything that game. Maybe on the play I just want the Condescends. Then I can just like turn 2 Condescend like a Priest of Titania maybe or something like that. Yeah, dude, I remember back in the day when you played those Vanguards. They were pretty good. Did I have any outs of drawing into Suffocating Fumes? No, because they had like a 9/9 and a 4/4. But again, I think this matchup is great for us. I think I have to keep this hand. I mean, I have at least one Tron piece. I can draw a bunch of cards, and I have like a cast down for something. This PTQ tomorrow is just huge. 476. Alright, I don't think I even downfall that. Or cast down. I think I just draw a card right now and then play Prophetic Prism. I could kill this because sometimes killing their Mana Dork really slows them down because a lot of times they only play like I only play 12 lands, so this can really hinder them. It's just annoying if they go like untap land, Priest of Titania, but I think I'm actually just gonna change my mind. Again, this might be a really bad play depending on their hand, but if they, especially if they only have one land, yeah, because otherwise they would have just got to like make way more mana this turn. Still slowed them down a lot. All right, now I'm actually just gonna play Prism and then play Star without cracking it. That way I have an out to like Rolling Thunder at some point. Not really finding Tron here, but even a small Rolling Thunder can be good against like especially like what they have on board. They might just play like a Timberwatch here or like a Lissalana or something. They found another land. Oh wow, Thermocrast. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, Suffocating Fumes. Now do I play the Suffocating Fumes now and leave them with 2 lands and no board? I think I do. It's tempting to just like let them play more 1-drops, but I think just doing this is going to be enough because my hand is good. So if I get to like start casting these things, like I think I'm going to win. So I think just slowing them down again is where I want to be. No Tron lands, no problem. Now next turn I can just cast Seagate Oracle and try to keep hitting my land drops. Sylvan Ranger? That means they probably have Island. Yeah. So I don't play this version. I don't like Distant Melody as much. I'm just going to play Seagate. Get a body down. Land? Chromatic Sphere does draw a card, but I think Cast Down is better. Because now if they just play like Priest of Titania or Timberwatch Elf or something, I can just kill it with Cast Down if I want. Yeah, see, I can just kill that with Alana now. Can even Chromatic Star first to try to draw a land. Land? Missed. Let's just kill that. Opponent with 2 cards. pass. I mean, eventually I'm going to find more lands and then be able to Rolling Thunder. Lead the Stampede. Don't hit too well, please. Priest of Titania, Sylvan Ranger. So they hit 4. Korean Ranger. And then, wait, did they had another? So they Priest of Titania, Sylvan Ranger, Timberwatch Elf. Okay. Oh, Suffocating Fumes. Jeez. Okay, now I wait on this one because they're probably going to play out like a lot of their hand next turn. So now I just play Seagate Oracle. Gotta find lands eventually. Alright, I'll take a land. No Tron lands, no problem, right? Not going to attack. I mean, if they just go like Priest of Titania, it's like so good for me. Oh, they're going to play Timberwatch. That makes sense. Still get to just kill their board except for Timberwatch, which is really good. And I don't want to let them untap with Timberwatch and Quarion, then they can save a bunch of their guys. Let's just go black, draw. There's Tower. Okay, it's a land. It's good. Now I need another colored source for Rolling Thunder at some point. Just going to go Fumes right now. It is annoying that they still have this, but there's nothing I can do yet. So we know those 2 cards are gone. Could have been a bit hasty, but again, if they just play well with Timberwatch and they just untap, they can just save so many of their creatures. Sylvan Ranger. I didn't love this card either. I'm not playing that. I'm playing Elvish Visionary, which they're not playing, most likely. Okay, so all the cards we know about are gone. They just leave you up Timberwatch. This can even save itself, which is pretty annoying. So another cast down would be great. Prism. Do I cast Mulldrifter or do I just cast Prism and then evoke Mulldrifter? I think evoking Mulldrifter might be a little bit better. I think I'll just start with evoke Mulldrifter, I suppose. See what I draw. I'd rather just draw more cards this turn, and I do want to get Prism down. The Thermocrast was unexpected. Oh wow, double Ancient Strings. I think I still play Prism. If I draw a land, I can cast Stirrings. Okay, I don't. Really not drawing well here. Surprising, like considering all of like the hate cards I drew in the double Suffocating Fumes, but I need a little bit more than this. Another Priest. Okay, they have like infinite mana. They have Distant Melody. They do. Draw 5. I can't believe they're fighting through all this removal, but they're doing it. Did they draw like a Lead the Stampede or something? Man, I'm losing this game here. I mean, they did kill one of my towers, but I also just like have been stuck on lands. It's alright, we got this. Find Tron at some point, right? Sucked missing a land drop there. Maybe I was supposed to play Stirrings, because then I can untap, play another Stirrings, and then be on Tron potentially. I guess the Prism, if I hit any land, it's probably better because then I still get to cast Stirrings. Okay, they're using Birch Lore. Oh wow, they're using Timberwatch Elf? That's so greedy. Playing Vanguard. Playing Timberwatch. Okay. That was Spider Silk Armor. Jeez. Man, really do need to find Tron because now like a Rolling Thunder for 4 just isn't going to do it. But their Timberwatches are tapped now. So brutal. Might just die to those Timberwatches. Kind of want to find a cast down to kill one of those Timberwatches, but I think I'll start by just casting Ancient Stirrings. Alright, there's the power plant. So this unlocks a big Rolling Thunder next turn, but I'm not sure if that's even going to be that great. Because if they leave Timberwatch untapped, it's not good for me. So I can cast a Mole Drifter, which puts another blocker down. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I think I'm not likely to die if I do this. And then most likely next turn I get to Rolling Thunder. I want them to go like for a big attack, and then I can go block, block, block on 3 things, and then have them activate some Timberwatches. Then I can untap and Rolling Thunder. But man, lead the Stampede. That's going to be rough. Right? They draw 3. Especially with the Spider Silk Armor. Okay, Priest of Titania. They have infinite mana. Man, I totally thought I was going to just crush this game, but they've drawn reasonably well. Distant Melody. I'll do it. I don't think I can come back. They just drew 11. With Alana, yep. They just went off too hard. They have double Timberwatch out as well. GG's. Man, totally thought I had this. I don't think I played too aggressively with the Suffocating Fumes. Like, I needed to cast those. Otherwise, they were untapping with, like, multiple, like, activations of Timberwatch and stuff with Quarian Ranger, so I just don't think I could have done that. Like, now my Rolling Thunder is just not going to be big enough. They also have like a 13/13 Vanguard here. And, I mean, they can probably just draw their deck and then just kill me with a Timberwatch Elf. Yeah, they already have enough elves, I think. I think I'm just dead. Wow. That was crazy. I mean, I just 5-0'd with elves. I think the deck is actually good. Like, we just played early game turn 2 on the play. We cast down their 1-drop. Then we cast a Suffocating Fumes. Then we cast another Suffocating Fumes. And then they still just went off. And we even played another cast down in between that. But the thing is, we just stumbled on Tron for way too long. They have 4 Thermocrast post board, so it is not the best matchup for us, I guess. But I think if we had drawn better this game, we would have won. Just the fact that we like missed so many land drops was so bad. And now they attack with 4 creatures. If I block 3 of them, they go Timberwatch activation, kill us still. So I think this is going to do it. Obviously should have blocked different, but again, we just died to this. 26 power Timberwatch Elf. Man, totally thought we were going to have the 4-1 there, but got the 3-2. Still had some close matches and some really close losses. Like we just barely lost to Flickertron and Elves and pretty much crushed the other matchups. I think this deck is actually in a pretty good spot. Yeah, that Elf deck had some hate for us and we didn't draw perfectly. Still almost got there, but really, really fun league. Still got the 3-2. I mean, moving forward, I don't really think I would change anything. I might want more Pyroblast in the sideboard. Maybe even like 1 Suffocating Fumes or 2 main isn't that bad because they at least cycle. So that's something to think about. Crusher, I think having a couple is nice. Like I really like where the deck's at. Still not sure if Seagate Oracle is good. Again, I think Flickertron might just be better than this, but I mean, casting Rolling Thunder is fun, right? It's good. So I think like if I had to play another Tron League, I would just run this exact list back. Like, felt good to me. Like if I was playing in a Pauper event, I might just play this tomorrow. Like, it seems pretty good, and I think I'm reasonable with the deck. Cast Down seems really nice, like addition. Like this deck has Mist, like just like a catch-all removal spell, so you're always playing something kind of like offbeat, like Firebolt or Flame Slash or Journey to Nowhere, like I've talked about. So I think Cast Down is a huge addition, just 2 mana kill anything. So, anyways, that's the deck. You know, Pauper Tron X. And hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for watching, and that'll do it for today. Till next time.